Welcome to another fascinating chapter from the epic Mahabharata. In today's tale, we witness a moment of both divine grace and mortal challenge, centered around Draupadi, the unwavering queen of the Pandavas, and the revered Sage Durvasa. During their exile in the forest, the Pandavas lived a life of simplicity and hardship. The once powerful princes were now far from their royal palace and had to depend on the resources of the forest to sustain themselves. To help them during this difficult time, Lord Surya, the sun god, gave them a magical vessel called the Akshaya Patra. This vessel had a unique blessing. It would provide an unlimited supply of food each day until Draupadi, the queen, had eaten her last meal. One day, the powerful and temperamental Sage Durvasa came to visit the Pandavas. He was known for his short temper and the severe curses he would give to anyone who displeased him. Sage Durvasa arrived with 10,000 disciples and asked Yudhishthira, the eldest of the Pandavas, for hospitality. Sage Durvasa: "O King Yudhishthira, we have come as your guests. We shall bathe in the river and return shortly. Please prepare food for me and my disciples." Yudhishthira, always respectful to sages, folded his hands in greeting. Yudhishthira: "Revered sage, we are honored to serve you. Please return after your bath, and we shall have everything ready for you." After the sage and his disciples left, Yudhishthira turned to Draupadi with concern. The Akshaya Patra had already been used for the day, as Draupadi had finished her meal earlier. This meant that the magical vessel could no longer provide any food until the next day. With no food to offer and Sage Durvasa's well-known temper, Yudhishthira feared the worst. Draupadi, deeply worried about the situation, prayed silently. She knew the consequences of failing to provide food to a guest, especially a sage like Durvasa. Her thoughts were filled with anxiety as she pondered how to avoid Sage Durvasa's wrath and protect her family from a curse. Draupadi's faith in Lord Krishna was unshakable. In her heart, she knew that Krishna, her eternal friend and protector, would not abandon her in this moment of crisis. She folded her hands and called out to him with all her heart. "Draupadi, O Lord Krishna, protector of the helpless, I seek your help in this moment of need. Please come to my aid and save us from this terrible predicament." As soon as Draupadi prayed, Lord Krishna appeared before her. His face radiated kindness and reassurance, and his presence immediately lifted the heavy burden of worry from her heart. "Krishna, O Draupadi, why do you look so troubled? Have you forgotten that I am always here for you? Tell me what worries you." Draupadi fell at his feet, tears streaming down her face. Draupadi: "O Lord, you know everything. Sage Durvasa and his 10,000 disciples have come to visit us. The Akshaya Patra has already been exhausted for the day, and we have no food left to offer them. If we fail to serve them, we risk angering the sage and facing his curse. Please save us, Krishna." Krishna smiled gently and motioned for the Akshaya Patra. "Krishna, let me see the magical vessel. Surely it cannot be completely empty." Draupadi handed the vessel to Krishna. He examined it carefully and found a single grain of rice and a tiny fragment of a vegetable stuck to its side. Krishna: "This is more than enough. One grain of rice is all I need to satisfy not only myself, but the entire universe." Krishna took the grain of rice and the vegetable fragment, placed them in his mouth, and ate them. He then closed his eyes and offered a heartfelt prayer of satisfaction. "Krishna, I am now completely satisfied. Let all those who hunger in this world feel the same contentment." Unbeknownst to the Pandavas, Krishna's act had a miraculous effect. Sage Durvasa and his 10,000 disciples, who were bathing in the river, suddenly felt an overwhelming sense of fullness. It was as though they had eaten a grand feast. They looked at one another in surprise. Sage Durvasa. Strange. I feel completely satisfied, as if I have just had the most sumptuous meal. Surely, the Pandavas have prepared a divine offering that has reached us even here. Feeling completely content, Sage Durvasa decided not to return to the Pandavas' hermitage. He did not want to disturb them after such a generous offering. Sage Durvasa. There is no need to trouble the Pandavas further. Their hospitality has already satisfied us. The sage and his disciples departed, leaving the Pandavas unharmed and at peace. When Draupadi learned that Sage Durvasa and his disciples had left without any demands, she turned to Krishna with immense gratitude. Draupadi, O Lord Krishna, once again, you have saved us from great danger. How can I ever thank you for your kindness and love? Krishna placed his hand on her head, blessing her. Krishna said, Dear Draupadi, your unwavering faith and devotion are the greatest gifts you can offer me. Remember, whenever you call upon me with a pure heart, I shall always be there to protect you. The story of Draupadi and Sage Durvasa teaches us about the power of unwavering faith and devotion. It reminds us that divine grace is always present for those who surrender their worries and trust in the divine wholeheartedly. Even in the direst circumstances, faith can work miracles and provide solutions beyond human understanding. Krishna's intervention also highlights the importance of selflessness and devotion. Draupadi's prayers were answered because her heart was pure and her intentions noble, teaching us that sincerity and trust in the divine can overcome any challenge